G'day, I'm Stephen Page from Page Family and Fertility Lawyers, and this is the Australian Family and Fertility Law Podcast. Thank you for joining me. One of the things that comes up when you're looking at doing surrogacy overseas is, well, I've looked online, or we've looked online, and we've talked to our friends, and yeah, we could do surrogacy there. But one of the obvious points is, are both of you, or one of you alone, going to be recognised as the parents and no one else? That might seem a basic point. Well, of course, everywhere's the same. Yeah, they can tell us that we can do surrogacy. For example, if you wanted to look at doing surrogacy in Chile, and I don't know any Australians who have ever done it, you look at the brochures online about surrogacy in Chile, and it looks wonderful. Looks like it's really well done, etc. But when you go into the fine print, and that's aside from the fact that there's a bill before the parliament in Chile to get rid of all surrogacy, it's that the biological father goes on the birth certificate, the surrogate goes on the birth certificate as the birth mother. And if you're a single man, then you've got this limping parentage for your child, not good for your child. If you're a single woman, well, a bit more of a problem. And if you're a heterosexual couple, one of you misses out and your child ends up with limping parentage. And we saw this problem illustrated in the recent case, Lloyd and Compton, of the Queensland couple who went to North Cyprus. So North Cyprus is one of those places where the biological father goes on the birth certificate, the birth mother, the surrogate goes on the birth certificate. And who did not go on the birth certificate? The intended mother. And how they sought to fix this was to go to the family court, because they went to a lawyer who thought this was a great idea, to then proceed with leave to adopt before they could do a step-parent adoption, and instead found themselves referred for prosecution of commercial surrogacy, and their lawyer referred to the New South Wales Legal Services Commission. So just because you've read lots of material about, well, this is a really great place to do surrogacy, stop at that moment, get good legal advice at this end to see whether it's workable. And one of the things that I'm certainly familiar with is who is recognised as a parent overseas, but if in doubt, I always talk to my overseas colleague, because you've got to know this stuff before the journey starts. If you think about your surrogacy journey being like a building, you want to make sure you get the foundations right. And the clear illustration I'll give at that point is, look at the Tower of Pisa. The foundations were not done right, and as a result, it's leaning out, and will always lean out. So better to get this stuff done right at the beginning. Once you've got that, then you can build your marvellous edifice. So get that advice first. In my case, since 1988, I've advised on over 2,000 surrogacy journeys, as well as being a father through surrogacy, and written extensively about surrogacy in my books, When Not If, Surrogacy for Australians, and International Assisted Reproductive Technology. Thank you for watching and listening. I'm Stephen Page from Page Family and Fertility Lawyers, and this is the Australian Family and Fertility Law Podcast.